child is different. No child is, every child has some different abilities, aptitudes. So there are some children who are born with physical deformities. Maybe they have some problem with their hands or their legs when they are in their mother's womb, and that is not the mistake of the child. Then why should they be deprived of this if these children are kept in special schools? What happens? Actually, they are mentally fit, but due to some physical deformity, they should not be segregated from the normal students. This is the need, or this is the important. Why should they be segregated? When their IQ level is good, when their mental ability is good, then why should they be deprived of getting education with the normal children? So the government of India has introduced the concept of mainstreaming. Mainstreaming means this children with some deformities in any of their organs should be included, should be given education with the normal children. They should be allowed to sit in the normal classroom along with the other children. They should be given equal treatment with, like normal children. So this is the important. They should not be deprived of education, or they should not be separated, which will disturb them mentally. It will be disturbance. They will get it. What difficulty I have? Why am I segregated? So this they should not be emotionally disturbed. So the government of India has introduced this concept, mainstreaming.
Ma'am, what is the difference between special education and inclusion education?
Inclusive education is like the children are mentally fit. They don't have any problem with their IQ or with their grasping capability. It is good. Like normal children, they are able to grasp things. They are able to learn like normal children. But they are having difficulties with their body parts. Maybe right from birth, he may be not having one finger, or that polio. That is physical deformity. Like he may be having some hearing problem. That may be due to birth or due to some accident, which is not in the hands of children or the parents. So it is natural. He may be having some now there are some categories. Now when we see about the visual deformities, some children, they are born with visual deformities. Yes. Like they cannot see properly. The vision is not clear. This is related to visual deformity. You can categorize them, visual deformity. But his grasping power is good. Only problem is with the eyesight, which may be due to some accident or maybe at the time of birth. Isn't it?
Yes.
But his IQ is good, no?
Yes.
So these are not special children. These are inclusive children, means they should be included with the normal children.
Okay. At what extent do you allow students to give admission, like ma'am, for mentally disabled students? So
now mentally disabled means whose IQ is not good and they have some mental problem. Means there are deformities with the respect to the brain. They cannot grasp things, or when they are included with these normal children, they may not be able to cope up and they may create disturbance in the class. So there are some special teaching techniques which are provided in special schools. So these totally mentally retarded children should be included in special schools.
Okay. At what extent do you provide students to take admission in your school? Like, for example, I don't have leg. I may not be able to climb the stairs. Do you have any facilities for them?
Okay, if you are not having, so we will first analyze in what area he is competent.
Okay.
Maybe we organize some sports. He may not participate in sports. Then what to do with these children? They are included with the normal children. So he is interested in sports, but due to his physical disability he is not able to participate. So instead of making him deprived or feel bad about about his deformity, we can give him some work related, like recording. We can give him that when we conduct the competition, we can ask them to record the scores or some little activities which they can sit and perform. Like that, games we can arrange for them.
Okay, ma'am. If there is a provision for them, no, ma'am, that there is a sports called paragliding or something, by which they use their wheelchair and they conduct some athletic program from there. Do you have some facilities?
No, we don't
like
have
that?
such advanced technology. Not in our school.
Okay. Then what about autism students, ma'am? Autism, some struggle to bring that words from their mouth. They utter, but they want to say that, like they mumble, no, like that. Do you
There
give
is
some provision
Yes,
for
we give them special training like reading
Okay.
and special practices we take, and then for them we give more of writing skills.
Okay. Okay. Ma'am, what about autism is over? Autism visual for ma'am. Do you provide any braille system and all for visual impairments?
No, Braille system is not in our school. Now
It's
we
not
don't
there,
have children with so means whose vision capacity is very low. Like we don't have.
Okay, how for a class, ma'am, how many students, such kind of students you allow in the school, ma'am, in a particular class, because they need somebody to take care of them, to give guidance for them. Do you allow such kind of systems like buddy system? Then
Yes, we appoint clever students.
Okay.
Now for such students, we appoint students, like we make them sit with the clever children and with some students who can really handle them,
Okay.
and we assign them that this is your responsibility to take care, and like that we inculcate moral values, sharing, loving.
Okay.
These qualities are also developed in them.
Then they do, for some time parents complain that we should not include like that because my child is lacking behind in this.
Now we first take permission of the parents,
Parents.
and then if they are willing, and then we explain the importance of that.
Okay.
Like if they take care of these children, that moral qualities will be developed in your child. See, they will take care of you also. They will take care of their siblings also. First we call the parents, we counsel them, and then the parents definitely agree for that.
Okay, ma'am. Ma'am, do you have coordination, support of counselor, parents, teacher for inclusion education?
Now we appoint, now we special training I give in the beginning of the year.
Okay.
That you may, your class is a mixture of variety of students. There are average, gifted, below average, some students who has some physical disabilities. So in June month only, when the school reopens, we give a training to the teachers, and we arrange lectures for them, workshops for them, to see how to make them aware of these concepts of inclusive education, and then we ask the teachers to handle the students. We prepare them mentally before the beginning of the session. So teachers are also very caring, and they to take care of.
Okay, ma'am. Ma'am, do you provide any facilities for dyslexia? That means they get a problem in writing E, B and D.
Yes,
B
yes.
and D,
Mhm.
then P and Q.
Now these dyslexic students, as far as they are very creative.
Yes.
Now it is natural that they will, however hard we try, they will go in that way only. They will be S, D and this, that. They will. But these students, they are interested in other activities, like drawing, singing, and many other activities, sports, etc. So we neglect that. That part we try to neglect, what he is not able to spell or write properly. We find out his area of interest and we train them in that way.
Okay. As per book, ma'am, they have said that till 10 years you cannot judge the student that whether it is a dyslexia or not. After counseling also, because they write 7
No, it is-
till now. They write 7 in this way only because there is a.
It's not like that. Right from 3.5 years, when they enter a nursery class, we detect that they are dyslexic, because we have alphabets to write, no, A, B, C, D. There only we catch.
Okay, it's not necessary that
It's
it
not
should be till the
necessary 10 years.
because after 10 years it's a little difficult to correct them in that stage.
That
that's
stage.
why.
So from as far as my experience, right from nursery when they start writing the alphabets, that time only we try to, because this B and D they get confused.
Confused and P and Q and the
Yes.
7 and writing
Exactly.
6.
So this can be detected right from right from 3.5 years when they join the school, because they start writing alphabets from that.
Okay, ma'am. Ma'am, do you follow any provisions or policies